This evening on ENN Tonight.
Ahead, changes could be coming to downtown Elon, what town leaders are considering and how it could impact you.
From 30 finalists to just 15, the latest class of Lumen Scholars is in, and they're getting major funding to turn big ideas into real projects.
Coming up, music lovers lined the block in Burlington. What's driving the vinyl comeback and why one local shop is at the center of it all.
There's something special about everything that's released. A lot of it is never before on vinyl.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Morrissey.
And I'm Abigail Hines. Let's dive right into this week's top stories.
Big news on campus. The Lumen Advisory Committee has just revealed this year's 15 Lumen Scholars Program winners. The winners will get $20,000 towards their mentored research and projects for the next 2 years at Elon. After 30 finalists were interviewed this past week, 15 were picked, and of that 15, there's a variety of majors, with each piece of research covering different topics.
If you didn't tune in a few weeks ago, we've got an update to a criminal case that hits close to home. Roberto Alan Jimenez was charged with multiple counts of solicitation and sexual exploitation of a minor in March, and he pled guilty to 6 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Jimenez was originally charged and arrested after investigators say he possessed and distributed child sexual abuse material, with some of this content being on Snapchat. Jimenez has worked at the Oak House, a coffee shop in downtown Elon, as an assistant manager, but his current employment status there is unknown. After his original arrest, Jimenez was later charged with 20 more offenses, but 14 of them were dropped as part of a plea agreement. After the guilty plea, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison, but it was suspended, and he's been placed on supervised probation for 2 years. Jimenez is also required to register as a sex offender according to the North Carolina Sex Offender Registration Law. Jimenez's defense attorney declined to comment, along with the prosecuting attorney, who declined to respond to ENN's request for comment.
There might be some changes coming to downtown Elon. Elon Town Council talked about a potential new policy involving parking, making it paid. During the Town Council meeting, Town of Elon Police Chief Kelly Blackwelder gave a presentation with 2 employees of T2 Systems Parking Solutions, a parking technology company, discussing the parking situation downtown. They suggested that people start paying for specific spots to make parking more efficient. 2 options were given to the council. The first, making 75 parking spaces along North Williamson Avenue and Lebanon Avenue paid, hoping to make a positive return on investment in a little under 2 years. Or option 2, 112 paid spaces with a faster return. But the parking solution system comes with a price, the town of Elon paying an annual subscription of $4,500 for the technology. A decision hasn't fully been made yet about the parking.
Tons of changes, even more than what Alice was just saying, is coming to downtown Elon. The Elon Town Council has approved an expansion to the area. This includes adding new seating, upgrading sidewalks, storm drains, and water lines. But this expansion comes with a cost. The project would remove 7 parking spaces on North Williamson. After getting rid of the parking, there will be a low brick wall that is designed to be bar-style seating, all to encourage more downtown activity. Elon Mayor Emily Sharp says that though the town hasn't gotten all the funding yet, they received around $250,000 in state grants. Overall, the construction is aimed to take about 9 months to finish once started.
Health EU Day is tomorrow, and students can go to events throughout the day. The day will kick off at College Coffee at Phi Beta Kappa Commons, and many events will take place on Young Commons that students can drop by on their way to class. A do-it-yourself self-care box and a field day are just some of the activities planned. The day will end with a pickleball smash at the outdoor courts at the Gerald L. Francis Center. Participants can sign up beforehand or drop in at any time. And speaking of Health EU, joining us now in studio is Health EU Director Anu Razanen. Let's head over to Abigail, who is with her right now.
Thanks, Alice, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are very excited to talk about Health EU Day. So we had mentioned during the show you've been really busy preparing for this. What are you most excited for Health EU Day tomorrow?
I think I'm most excited about the fact that it's a full day with lots of different options. So if students have class in the morning, there's lots of options in the afternoon, and we also have options like the pickleball that was mentioned here after 5 o'clock. So we really hope that there's something for everybody with this selection.
Yeah, and is there a specific part of the day you're most excited for?
Well, I am hoping to have a chance to visit all the events, hopefully, but I really want to see the field day and hopefully play some games with students and colleagues on Young Commons. I think we're going to have a nice day with the weather, like not too hot, not too cold, so I think it will be a good time to be outside in the afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned you may participate, so this is an event for students and staff?
This is an event for everybody who's part of the Elon University community. So we got a lot of submissions for events from our awesome campus partners. And we were really trying to pick events that would appeal to students and faculty and staff. Maybe not all of them to everybody, but so that everybody, again, would find something to do there. Because we really want to support all members of the Elon community, because we know that for our students to do well, we also need our faculty and staff to do well, so that we come to work every day feeling like we can give our best to all of our students.
Yeah, and if you had to summarize the purpose of Health EU Day and why it's important for students to participate and staff, what would you say?
I think it really is a big day of celebration. So obviously your personal and our community wellness and well-being really depends on the things we do every single day of the year, so 365 days. But this is really a time to dedicate, or a day to dedicate some time to maybe activities that you haven't tried before. Like maybe you'll go to a workshop, maybe you'll go play some games, or try pickleball. You don't have to be an expert in that, you get advice. So like really kind of challenging yourself or making sure that you take time to do something that is not part of your normal routine. I think that's the fun part.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to ask you about the Healthy Youth Center and that construction that we've all seen happening on campus, and we're all very eager to see it open. Do you have any information you could share on when that opening might be?
Yeah. We would love to have a date for you, which we don't yet, but we will as soon as we can have that. But as you know, when we walk by it, but we all see that there's still a lot of construction that has to happen and a lot of things that need to be moved into the building before we can all move in there. So what we can say at the moment is that it's going to be fall 2026, so later this year, but we can't really say yet if it's going to be early in the fall or later in the fall. But we really hope that we have an update later this semester if possible, but also we want to make sure that once we give that time that this is when the center will open, it'll actually open, because we know that it's going to be really sad if we say that this is going to happen on this date and then if there's anything that happens that's beyond our control, we don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you again for joining us. It was so nice to hear firsthand about the events tomorrow and also the new Health Youth Center that's currently being built. So thank you again, Anu, and sending it back to Alice.
Thanks, Abbie. The North Carolina Advisory Council on Cannabis sent out its interim report that outlines the current state of the cannabis market. The council recommends a regulated cannabis market for North Carolina, one of the 10 states without one. According to a report, without a regulated market, no one oversees the THC products that are available. According to Kelly Riddle, who is the founder of the North Carolina Cannabis Chamber, NC House Bill 413 looks to change that. The Marijuana Legalization and Reinvestment Act would legalize and regulate the sale, possession, and use of cannabis in North Carolina for people who are 21 and older. Riddle says this bill aims to control a market that already exists, not introduce a new one.
We've also seen hemp beverages on shelves, from grocery stores that are really being positively accepted by the market, not just here, but in other states like Florida, Virginia. So that, part of the market is really taking off. And I think the state is finally seeing it's actually already here and happening. And so how do we shape this to make sure that, there is some oversight?
The next legislative session will begin on April 21st. And coming up this summer, Belk Library is adding 2 new neuro-inclusive spaces to support students with diverse learning needs. The project comes from student-led research by senior Kira Capania and juniors Benjamin Krasnow and Kaz Kelly. Their work focuses on designing environments that support neurodivergent students. The process began with the redesign of 2 classrooms on the 2nd floor of Linder Hall, where they introduced flexible seating, more calming colors, and movable furniture. Insights from that research are now helping shape the new space in Belk Library. The areas will feature adjustable lighting, a variety of seating options, and a clearly defined zone for different types of work, including quiet study and group collaboration. The new spaces are expected to open later this summer.
Elon's annual Spring Undergraduate Research Forum hit a record number of submissions this year, totaling 387 participants. There are a few steps to getting research approved for Surf Day. This all includes drafting an abstract, picking 2 faculty reviewers with their mentor, receiving and applying feedback, and finalizing the project with mentor approval before official submission. Typically, there are 2 poster sessions, but due to the large number of submissions this year, there will be 3. This year's Surf Day will be on April 28th, and no campus activities or classes are scheduled, so everyone can focus on this student research.
Our Norah Wolf is in studio with the evening forecast. Norah, what should we expect tonight?
Thanks, Alice. Tonight we'll see more of that breeze we saw today. Otherwise, cool skies with clear skies now for your evening forecast. At 7 p.m., it will be 61 degrees with sunny skies. The sun will set at 7:59 p.m. At 9 p.m., it'll cool down to 54 degrees with clear skies. And finally, 11 p.m., it will be about 48 degrees. That's all for now. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Norah. We'll check back in later for the Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Art isn't one size fits all, and Elon students are proving it. Coming up, how the Broadley Art Crawl is breaking boundaries and showcasing creativity in all its forms.
See how Elon University is sparking young minds in Alamance County with hands-on STEM activities and inspiring the next generations of scientists, engineers, and innovators coming next.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Abigail Hines. And with that, let's get into it with some sports. From a streak snapped on the tennis courts to a shot for the Triple Crown in track, Elon Spring sports are heating up at just the right time. Our Benjamin Berfield joins us with a look at what's ahead.
Thanks, Abigail. We start in Williamsburg, Virginia, where it was a championship weekend for Elon tennis. Both the men's and women's team claimed CAA titles. For the men, it was a breakthrough moment. Elon took down UNC Wilmington, a team that had beaten them in the final for 4 straight years. The Phoenix set the tone early, winning 2 tight 7-6 doubles matches to take the doubles point. They didn't look back. Senior Oscar Ontenheimer helped lead the way, followed by an electric 3-set comeback win for sophomore Rafael Emer. Elon captured its first CAA title since 2019 and second in program history. On the women's side, sophomore Lisa Krenik pulled out a nail-biter singles match to clinch Elon's second straight CAA title against William and Mary. When ENN talked to the team earlier this season, they talked about their hunger to go deeper in this year's NCAA tournament. Meanwhile, women's lacrosse is heating up at the right time, winning 3 of its last 5 games with 1 left to play ahead of the CAA tournament. They're led by senior Annalie Van Diver, who has scored 26 goals so far this season. The championships begin on April 30th. On the course, men's golf is finding something similar. Freshmen William Carr, Dylan Lewis, and Drew Yeagley have all been named CAA Golfer of the Week. Their young energy is filling in for the seniors Elon lost from last year's championship roster. When ENN spoke to head coach Don Hill earlier this year, he emphasized how this team's blend of youth and championship experience will make the difference come tournament time. And on the track, a big weekend is coming to Elon. The women's track and field team will host the CAA Outdoor Championships next month, and they're chasing history. The Phoenix already won the cross-country and indoor track championships this season. A win in outdoor would seal Elon a difficult Triple Crown. This team is led by distance standouts Jenna Gilman, Abbie Beville, and Katie Blunt, along with Rose Adriana Clark and Jacqueline Zacharias. When ENN spoke to Clark earlier this year, she said chasing the Triple Crown was important to the team. The championships are set for May 15th and 16th at the Elon Track and Field Complex. That's all I have right now. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Benjamin. Sounds like an exciting stretch ahead for Elon Athletics.
Elon University's annual STEM Saturday was this weekend, and the goal was to give Alamance and Burlington High School students a chance to get hands-on experience with STEM. ENN's Alana Klingsporn has a deeper look into this event.
Through labs and presentations, ABSS students were able to learn more about science, technology, engineering, and math fields. Co-lead of STEM Saturday and Elon senior Sophia Wall hopes events like these can help inspire high school students to pursue a career in STEM.
It's for the local county districts because this way they can have access to things that they may not have access to, such as we have that human anatomy lab, so they are able to actually see the cadavers and see if this is something they would be interested in when applying to schools.
Co-lead and Elon sophomore Trudy Arling says the enthusiasm and excitement is something she loves to see.
I know sometimes if you're in class, it can be just like you're teaching the lecture and you're just like writing notes. So it's really exciting to see students who are really engaged and seeing their passion for science and really making sure that they are connected with different educational opportunities.
Arling hopes STEM Saturday not only gets students focused on STEM, but also interested in applying to Elon.
I know for me personally, I really like feeling more connected with the community here in Burlington. Elon can sometimes feel like a bubble, so really making sure we get out there into the community, for me, is really valuable.
Alana Klingsporn, ENN Tonight.
Arling says she is excited to continue the legacy of STEM Saturdays throughout the rest of her time at Elon.
The Elon community came together in a show of support during the Out of Darkness Walk, all for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Starting at Medallion Plaza, participants made their way across campus, each step carrying meaning. Walkers wore colored honor beads to remember loved ones lost to suicide and to show their commitment to raising awareness and supporting prevention efforts. The event not only brought the Elon community together, but also raised more than $3,500 for the foundation, helping to fund critical suicide prevention programs.
From jewelry to martial arts, Elon students are showing that art can take many forms at the Broadly Art Crawl. ENN's Abbie Gravely has more on this event.
Elon sophomore Noah Elliott is a self-taught jewelry maker. He began learning his craft during his freshman year of high school, and now he owns his own business.
And it has about 10 different stones and made out of silver.
He displayed his latest works at the Broadly Elon Art Crawl, an event for anyone in the Elon community to come and show off their creative side. The primary focus of the event, work done by men. Associate Professor Andrew Monteith coordinates the Healthy Masculinities Initiative at Elon and says that he wants to shift conversations from toxic masculinity to more positive depictions of male identity.
The goal here is to make space for creativity, to give guys an outlet, in particular to make art, but also it's open to everybody, right? So it's not restricted to men.
Hank Heimlich is the Healthy Masculinities Coordinator for the Gender and LGBTQIA Center's Coalition for Learning, Empowerment, and Anti-Violence Resources.
This is my personal favorite of.
He feels that events like this are beneficial because they celebrate people who make all kinds of art.
There's like a traditional sort of like feeling among some people that art is more of a girly thing.
But Elliott sees art as more than just its traditional definition. He says it's anything that people dedicate their time to.
I do a lot of martial arts as well, and I hate to say it, it gives me the confidence to do this, and I view both of those as an art.
Abbie Gravely, ENN Tonight.
Monteith says he hopes to continue with events like this in the future and is hoping to display more collaborative works next year. After the break, we head to downtown Burlington to see how one local record store turned National Record Store Day into a music lover's paradise.
We're in for a warm week and lots of pollen. Stick around for your 5-day Phoenix forecast after the break.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee," every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Let's check back in with Norah for this week's forecast. Norah, will we see high temperatures again this week?
Thanks, Alice. After a chilly Sunday, it's definitely going to warm back up again. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Today we'll have a low of 35 with clear skies. Tomorrow we're looking at mostly sunny skies with a high of 66. Wednesday it'll heat up with a high of 85 and partly cloudy skies. Thursday for more of the same with a high of 83. And Friday Saturday a high of 87. And finally, Saturday will be 83. As I mentioned earlier, we are expecting a very high pollen count this week. We are currently in the peak tree pollen season, but we're already starting to overlap with grass pollen, which doesn't normally start in our area until May. If you struggle with seasonal allergies, take allergy medication, close your windows, and shower after spending a lot of time outdoors. That's all, and back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Norah. Sounds like a spring, and it is full on here at Elon.
Main Street Vinyl, a record store in downtown Burlington, honored National Record Store Day as people lined the block just to get inside. ENN's Norah Wolf spins the story behind the vinyl vibes.
Whether it was crate digging for something special or just soaking in the vibe, people came bright and early on a Saturday in Burlington, all for some music. Main Street Vinyl honored National Record Store Day, and co-owner Ed Meyer says he offers something very unique at the store.
There's something special about everything that's released. A lot of it is never before on vinyl. There are live concerts on vinyl, and just all kinds of different stuff like that.
This record store had limited edition albums for sale, like the live concert Meyer mentioned. Ed Meyer and his wife Kate bought Main Street Vinyl 3 years ago and found it to be a great success.
We were really pleased with the crowd today.
Yeah, it was a great turnout.
I think the line was a little longer than we had anticipated, which is great. And we finished the line a whole lot faster than I anticipated, so everybody really had their lists ready to go.
The Main Street Vinyl store sold out of various genres and albums, leaving the shelves bare by 9 in the morning, just an hour after they opened. The Meyers say that every record was sold at full price, but this did not stop people from arriving early to hop in line. Shopper Travis Brown was at Main Street Vinyl for more than just the records.
It's not just records, but they also have, equipment, and accessories.
The owners and attendees all say supporting local businesses and independent record stores is important. Norah Wolf, ENN Tonight.
According to their website, Main Street Vinyl says the store's original intent was inspired by a love of music along with the timeless sound and emotion that vinyl creates. And we'll see you after the break.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
Make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.